To be sane in this world, one must be ignorant. Why are we here? What have we been put on this earth to do? We're told from a young age that we matter, but when it comes down to it, do we? I follow the rules society put in place for me, for everyone. Become educated, get a job, work until you drop, only for the next generation to take your place, continuing the cycle as you slowly fall into obscurity and through time become forgotten. And yet, as a child, we never feel this overwhelming desire to be remembered. We live in the moment. We hold on to the joy that, although brief, it's like no other feeling. We are the centres of our own universe. Although small, they made us feel free, until we are left with an empty void that becomes our mission in life to fill. My life has become empty. Loneliness has robbed me of my sense of belonging. The purity of innocence has faded into obscurity, and the realisation has finally dawned upon me that life is short. I found myself a place to be, a life of repetition and ritual. Somehow it felt right, yet all good things must come to an end. My unwillingness to see what I've become, it blinded me. I was a prisoner within the world of my own creation. Yet it wasn't always this way. It was a slow process, a degradation so gradual, it happened before I'd even realised it. My life had become caved into stone, following the same patterns and the same rituals, over and over and over. Ultimately wanting some different outcome, yet I was fearful of change. I had grown intertwined with the very thing I hated, and this led me to lose sight of the simple things in life, like love, care, and passion. They had all become alien to me, and this affected my relationship to the point of destruction. Yet I still chose to prioritise work, and I was convinced it would lead to fulfilment. I was miserable. I was trapped in a hell of my own creation. I had caused the loss of my own freedom, but I wasn't able to see it at that time. I began to grow disconnected to myself and the one I loved. Where did we go wrong? The laughter we shared has become a long-forgotten memory. The blinding love has been replaced with distrust. I guess there was a time that we weren't at each other's necks. Maybe that the feelings are still there, hidden beneath the layers of mistrust and heartache. Yet I acted too late. The final bell has rung. I've lost. They said the initial impact didn't kill her, but being confined to that metal chamber, slowly bleeding out, unable to call for help. I can't imagine the pain she endured. I only pray it was short-lived, yet I can still hear her fleeting cries. I should have been there for her. How could I let this happen? The fact that I was the cause of my own misery, it plagued my mind. I turned my back on affection in order to chase my own selfish goals. They said there was nothing that could have been done, that I mustn't blame myself, that I was a victim. Maybe I was a victim to my own suffering, allowing myself to fall down a spiral of self-hatred and depression. I knew my obsession wasn't healthy. After all, I wasn't the one who extinguished her light, but I was the one who dealt her that card. I see her in my memories, the first time we met. Her warm smile. She looked at me with those violet eyes, and I imagine she's still with me, that she's still alive. In a sickening way, I allowed my grief to enter my walls in an attempt to gain some form of closure within the darkest fragments of my mind. I think to myself, how could something so incredibly precious as the beauty of life be silenced within the blink of an eye? All the passions and desires we crave, they can be for nothing. I've been denied the right to love, yet I'm cursed to know the power of it. No, I always thought I knew her. I was wrong. It's amazing how you can live with someone for so long, yet still not really know them at all. So every year, on this day, I go to that fatal spot to show her that she still remembered and that her life meant something.
Why do you keep going back? It seems so tedious. I mean, she's not coming back.
I was never there for her when she needed me. It only feels right that I'm there for her now.
You need to move on.
Life's this interesting thing. It takes so much, but it has its moments. I was blind to the one beautiful thing in my life. I'm grateful now that I saw the errors in my ways before it was too late. For me, it's not about moving on, but realising that life's precious. You're young, but time, it's unforgiving, and all it does is take. One day you're gonna wake up and realise that you haven't achieved what you want in life, and you need to leave a legacy, something to be remembered by.
I'll see.
Only time will tell.